What up, homies? Y'all know what it is. Let's get right into this one, right? So I know a lot of you already know this. Many people know this, but there's also a lot of people who have no idea, know nothing about this, all right? So let's go over this right here. I got this little article here pulled up. This was from Warriors Crime, January 29, 2015, all right? Let's read this right here. Most people living in the USA have no clue that the Internal Revenue Service is a foreign agency. To be more accurate, the IRS is a foreign private corporation of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and is the private army of the Federal Reserve. Its main goal is to make sure that American people pay their tax and be good little slaves. Evidence showing that the IRS isn't part of the United States government. Like the Federal Reserve, the IRS isn't part of the United States government. Instead, it is a collection agency of the privately owned Fed. The Internal Revenue Service is considered to be a bureau of the Department of the Treasury. However, like the Federal Reserve, it is not part of the federal government. Diversified Metal Products versus IRS. Okay, that's one of the cases that went over. Let's skip that. They are, in fact, a collection agency for the Federal Reserve because they do not collect any taxes for the U.S. Treasury. All funds collected are turned over to the Federal Reserve. If you have ever sent a check to the IRS, you will find that it was endorsed over to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, in turn, deposits the money with the International Monetary Fund, an agency of the United States, where it's filtered down to the International Development Association, which is part of the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, commonly known as the World Bank. Therefore, it is now clear that the American people are unknowingly contributing to the coming world government. By looking at the court case Diversified Metal Products versus IRS and the definition of the IMF from Black's Law Dictionary 6th edition, we know that the IRS is not part of the United States government and the IMF is an agency of the United States, UN. In other words, these two foreign agencies are unlawfully collecting tax and money from the American people. If you are an American, you should be mad as hell over this, but instead of remaining angry, turn that anger into motivational energy to motivate you to learn how the tax and banking system work. The IRS, the Fed, the IMF, and the UN are criminal private corporations that are responsible for destroying the economy of the USA and the economy of many other countries throughout the world. Because they are criminal corporations, they have no lawful standing, so don't be afraid of them. Who controls the IRS, the IMF, and the UN? The IRS, the IMF, and the UN are controlled by the Crown Temple, which is the secret society that controls the Crown of England. The Crown Temple and the Crown of England take orders from the Pope of the Vatican. The Vatican has a strong relation with the Illuminati, but even more so with the Jesuits. The secret societies, along with the Nazis, the Zionists, the Skull and Bones, and the Freemasons, are known as the New World Order. How to stop the IRS, the IMF, and the UN from destroying your life and humanity. The IRS, the IMF, and the UN actually have no jurisdiction over the American people or the people of the world. Their actions of stealing money from the people of the world are unlawful. However, they are legal. Lawful and legal are two terms that you need to study if you want to know how to stop the IRS, the IMF, and the UN from destroying your future and the future of humanity. For some interesting facts about lawful and legal, read my empowering article titled, "Did You Know All Debts Are Prepaid and Fraudulent?" Here are two great court cases that explain why no corporation, including the government or the church, has jurisdiction over the common people who are sovereign. So I'm not going to read all this here, y'all, but obviously they have some biases here. So they're gonna speak on it from their side, right? From how they see it. I also see it somewhat similar, somewhat the same, But the fact is that this is correct, all right? That these agencies are private agencies, all right? They do not belong to the federal government. So that alone should give enough for people to be asking questions, right? Like, what's going on here? What is this really about? And here's some information that y'all can go over yourselves. Y'all can go look over some of these court cases, and y'all see exactly why this thing that these people are saying is in fact true. But nonetheless, the information still got to get out there, and people need to see this. All right. But once again, y'all, I appreciate every single one of y'all who come over here and rock with me and watch my videos. Y'all keep your eyes open out there. Stay safe, homies.